Hey everyone, it's Lainey and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, oh my goodness, thank you so much. I'm so glad you decided to stop by and hang out. And yeah, you guys, today's video is something I know many of you said you wanted to see, and I feel like it's something so needed if you are at all like me and you have a large makeup collection and you're wanting to keep things intact, keep them for as long as possible. And it's just really important for anybody who uses makeup on the regular because you want to make sure your stuff is clean. You want to make sure you are keeping things as tidy and as sanitary as possible. Now, I do want to throw out a little disclaimer. I have a very large makeup collection. Maybe not that large in the YouTube world, but I feel like for an everyday person, it is a large makeup collection. So, I'll be real with you guys. I say it all the time. I keep things past their expiration date. That does not mean I recommend it or that I think it's a great idea. I'm just going to be real with you. I don't like wasting product, so I'm going to try to use it for as long as possible, but I will throw things out when I think it has just been too long. I'm just going to be real with you guys because I'm going to show you how I sanitize things. I filmed some clips a couple weeks ago while I decided to sit down and clean everything. Some of these products you might see and be like, wow, that's the original Jaclyn Hill palette. And you will be right, it is. I am still using that bad boy, okay? So, I am not at all recommending you keep makeup past its expiration date. I'm not at all saying that sanitizing your makeup is going to make it last forever because nothing lasts forever. So, yes, there's my disclaimer for this video, but if you want to see how I clean everything, then just keep watching. I really don't know how this video is going to go until I get to editing. So since I don't know how this video is really going to go until I get to editing, there will be some clips inserted over top of me talking, and I really don't know when those are going to start or when they're going to end, so we're just going to roll with the punches here. I'm going to try my best to make it cohesive and make it make sense. When I'm cleaning my makeup brushes or if I'm cleaning my makeup, my hubby and I will get stationed in our family room. We'll be watching something on Netflix to pass the time because it is a labor of love. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? It's gone. Time intensive. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So definitely helps to have something to watch because it takes quite a while to clean everything. And I do clean my makeup like this every single year where I go in and I sanitize everything that can be sanitized. I learned this by watching Wayne Goss a long time ago. If you are going to sanitize any of your powder products, the only thing you can use is a really strong alcohol, 92%. If you use anything lower than that, it has too high of a water content and it will ruin your powders. The 92% alcohol has such little water in it, it basically evaporates within seconds. So, this is my go-to. I do want to say it is strong. It will dry your hands out. It can give you a headache if you're very sensitive. It is strong. It is a very strong alcohol. Honestly, I probably should be wearing some type of gloves over my hands because it just dries your skin out. It's so intense. I could not find a good bottle that I felt like was easy to use, easy to store in my beauty space. I keep our alcohol and peroxide and like first 80 type stuff under our bathroom sink. There's just not a good size bottle for me to keep down here in my makeup room or a good place for me to store something that is that large. So what I actually did is I bought this a while back. This is the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleaner. I'm sorry, e.l.f. I love you so much, but I do not like your brush cleaner at all. At all, but I really like this bottle and I think it's like $1 or $2. So I've just kept this bottle and I think I even repurchased it once literally just to dump out the product inside and use the bottle. It is a perfectly sized little bottle for keeping it here in my beauty space. If I want to sanitize something just on the regular, something I've just used, maybe I've dropped something and I want to sanitize it. So this is perfect and I just bring this with me when I'm cleaning everything and the full-size bottle of alcohol, and I'll just keep filling this up if I need to. I go through quite a bit of alcohol when I am sanitizing everything in here. I literally open up all of my powder products that are pressed powders. Loose powders are kind of tricky, and we'll get there. With pressed powders, I literally just open them up, I spray every one of them, and you can see it at first wet down the powder, so you can see where you are spraying, but you see it evaporate like that. So then I leave everything open for about a minute, maybe 2, make sure it's evaporated fully and dry, and then I'll close everything back up. Since I have a lot of pressed powders, so I need some space to do this. So I kind of have things spread out all over the place in our family room when I'm doing this. Pressed powders are really a breeze to sanitize, in my opinion. I don't mind doing it at all. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, okay? Loose powders, that is tricky, and if you guys have any hints on how to sanitize loose powders, let me know. I personally don't feel like there's a great way to do it because you can only kind of spritz what's at the top of the container, and whenever there's a loose product, you know, some of it's sitting up top and some of it's getting mixed down to the bottom. There's just no good way to do it. So I'll just kind of spritz the top, and I use the caps a lot with loose powders of like swirling my brush in there. So I'll usually wipe those out or spritz alcohol on them, something like that. But I just feel like loose powders, there's not a great way to do that. Then my other 2 favorite products for sanitizing is one I have talked about on here before, and I think I even did a video of. It is the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner, you guys. It is wonderful. I cannot rave about this product enough. If you are looking for a good brush cleaner, Cinema Secrets is it. I have not had any problems with it ruining my brushes. The only thing is it will sometimes stain my brushes a little bit blue, but not the end of the world to me. It doesn't bother me enough for me to switch to anything else because I truly, truly think it is the most wonderful brush cleaner ever. And then the other favorite is some type of sanitizer wipe. In this video, I was using the Method brand, which I really do like the Method brand. I use that for my brush handles when I'm cleaning my brushes. I use it for wiping down my beauty studio. I also really like the Lysol wipes. I do want to throw that out there. If you want something that's going to be a more harsh sanitizer, something that you know is sanitizing, the Lysol wipes I think would be more suited for what you're looking for. Method is more of like a natural or less harsh cleaning product company, so it all depends on what you're looking for. For this, I did use the Method, but I have also used Lysol in the past. And then as far as anything liquid lipsticks, there's literally no good way to sanitize them. I don't know if you can spray the alcohol in there. If any of you have ever worked at a beauty counter or if you're a professional makeup artist, let me know. Is it okay to spritz the alcohol down into the liquid lipstick? I haven't tried it because I'm just nervous that it's not going to fully evaporate and then it's going to like dry the crap out of my lips or burn or something like that. So if you know that, let me know because I could really use that advice. If I'm able to do that and it won't mess up the product, then I would love to start doing that because liquid lipsticks are kind of gross when you think about it. Bullet lipsticks or cream products like that, if it's a pressed cream or if it's a bullet lipstick, I just kind of twist it out as far as I can. I'll spritz it a little bit with alcohol and let it stay fully up, make sure it looks like it's dried, and then twist it back down. That's pretty easy too. As far as foundations, to me there's, again, no good way to really sanitize them. They are a liquid or loose cream product, not a pressed product, so there's really no good way to sanitize them, sadly. So sadly, foundations, there's no great way. Anything like that, foundations, concealers, or liquid lipsticks, the only thing I know to do to help keep them clean is taking some type of sanitizer wipe and wiping down all of the outside packaging. And then when it comes to lip liners or eye pencils, if they're an actual pencil and not a gel formula where you just twist it up, I just go in and I sharpened every single one of my eyeliners, every single lip liner that I could sharpen. If they don't have a sharpen, you can remove a little bit of the tip just to get a fresh batch of lip liner or eyeliner out there. And then again, I wiped down everything. Everything in here, even if it was something I could spray with alcohol on the inside, I still wipe down the entire outside packaging just to make sure it's nice and tidy and clean. Also, I think it helps keep my products looking a little bit fresher, a little bit newer. Obviously, all products usually end up looking a little used and abused, but by wiping it down, it does keep my palettes and products looking a little bit cleaner, a little less fingerprinty, a little less stained. Am I missing anything? Is there anything else I do to clean? I wipe down all my tools in my beauty room, anything that I know I've touched. I wipe down all of the drawers, the handles of the drawers. I wipe it all down. Everything. Everything. If you have any tips, anything you do on the regular to keep your products clean and cared for, please let me know. I would seriously love to hear from you guys. The things that I'm going to avoid buying from here on out. Products with cushions. Unless it's a product I know I'm going to use up quickly, like if I'm down to one concealer and it's my one and only concealer, okay, if it has a cushion, fine. But right now, how my collection is where I have multiples of everything, if it has a cushion, I'm not buying it. Cushions cannot be sanitized. Loose powders. I'm going to be very particular about what loose powders I'm buying after I use up the powders I have. I really don't see myself buying loose powder unless it's like my one loose powder. One and only. Because like I do love the Maybelline Fit Me, but then there's the other thing I've been thinking about is I don't love loose powder because when you use it, it goes all over, and I just don't think that's great to be breathing in all the time. That's why I bought an air purifier. I don't know if you guys can hear it running in the background. It's pretty quiet, but I started to think about that. Like, do I want to be breathing that in all the time? I do this every single day. Probably not. So I'm really going to be picky about loose powder products. Also, loose eyeshadows, pigments. I think I went on a rant about this in one of my last videos. Why did I buy so many loose pigment eyeshadows? For sanitizing purposes, not worth it. Liquid lipsticks. I will no longer be buying liquid lipsticks. I'm not, because you cannot sanitize them. You just, as far as I know, if you guys know something that I don't, please let me know. Seriously, please. But as far as I know, you can't really sanitize them because they're a liquid and they're all down in the tube, and I just don't think there's a good way. And plus you're putting it on and then you're shoving that wand back down in there. And then, was there another product? Oh, lip gloss. I was thinking about this after I did my makeup inventory. You can't sanitize lip gloss either. It's just like, it's a liquid lipstick but shinier. So you can't sanitize it. So I have way too many. I love the look of a good gloss. I love it. But why do I need like 45 different glosses in multiple colors when 99.9% of the time I'm wearing them over top of a colored lipstick? Why didn't I just get like one tube of clear and call it good? Seriously, why did this dawn on me now? I could have saved so much money. So much money. So yes, I am going to be, when I purchase products, I'm going to be thinking of them from a can I sanitize it standpoint. I'm sure that's what actual makeup artists do too, because they have kits, they're using it on so many different people, so they're using like disposable wands, they're taking product foundation out onto a palette, they're not, you know, putting it on their face and then dipping it back in. So I'm gonna start, after I use up the products I've already opened and done all the stuff with, I'm going to start looking at things like, how can I sanitize it? Can I sanitize it? How can I use it to keep it clean? So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am not an expert by any means, but it's just the things that I do that I feel like work fairly well, or at least make me feel like they're working fairly well. You guys, that is everything for today's video. I seriously hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Join the Lash Fam. You will not regret it. You guys, the Lash Fam has been growing. I'm so excited. My goal for this year is to reach 2,000 subscribers. I want to have more subscribers than my hometown has people. Wouldn't that be wild? Oh my gosh, I think it would be. So yes, if you guys would please make sure you click that subscribe button, it would mean the world to me. As always, please try to stay positive, because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.